Whenever I speak with a museum director about accountability, their response is, I want to be accountable. I want to show the cultural value of this museum for our community. And I presume this urge to be accountable is very high throughout the public sector. And still this image of accountability as burdensome red tape persists. How does that add up? To understand this, we should focus on what it is that organizations are accountable for. Is it for their core business? So for museums, is it about the added cultural value? Or is it for side issues like financial performance, entrepreneurship, or other issues? My name is Sjors Overman. I'm an assistant professor at Utrecht School of Governance, and today I want to talk with you about the alignment of accountability supply and demand in the context of Dutch public museums. In the article I wrote for Public Management Review, I disentangle accountability supply and demand. This leads to three main conclusions. First, governments who sponsor a museum demand accountability for all kinds of issues, including visitor numbers, governance, and cooperation with other organizations. Museum directors, on the other hand, they want to be accountable for the cultural value of their museum, even though there might be no formal accountability requirements for these issues. The demand and supply of accountability information are thus, partially at least, independent from each other. Second, accountability demands alone do not create awareness of a specific issue. And if demands on specific issues, especially if their non-core issues, are higher than the supply, museum directors start to lose their idea of professional autonomy. And in such cases, that's when we see that accountability is seen as burdensome red tape. On the other hand, we also see higher supply than demand. And those directors, they feel unheard and ignored. 3. If we want accountability to work, we need a good alignment between accountability demands and felt accountability. And that requires a good discussion about the role and the function of a museum in a specific community. And usually it's difficult to pinpoint. The ambiguity in the goals makes this a very hard conversation, not only in the cultural sector, but in almost every part in the public sector, where ambiguity of goals is the norm. The separation between accountability information supply and demand can help us improve accountability relations in the entire public sector. I'd like to invite you to read more about this in the article in Public Management Review, and I'd be happy to hear what you think.